Hello, I'm Ginger Nelson and welcome to Tea Time. Today we have Miss Letha Hartley and Miss Sayles on the set with us, and welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Now, Bonnie, you are with the Alzheimer's Association.
Yes, ma'am. I sure am.
And Miss Letha, you are with Maple Court.
I'm with Maple Court in Cypress Pond in Tifton Assisted Living.
Now, you're on the board at the Alzheimer's Association, right?
I am. I'm on the board, and we have 35 counties, as Bonnie is also, and that keeps us busy.
Yeah, so we're here to talk about the Alzheimer's Association and Alzheimer's.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate you giving us the opportunity. We really had a good time with the Dancing Stars in May, and we're just still kind of recovering and on a high from that. That was really awesome that you were participating in that. So we raised $73,000 through that event, so that was fantastic. And just to let you know, we've got two people, staff people that are paid in South Georgia for the Alzheimer's Association. Dan Phillips is our development director, and he's the one that comes up with these wonderful ideas on fundraising. And the funds go toward research for a cure for Alzheimer's Association. That's what we're working toward, and it goes towards services, and that's kind of where I come in. I'm the programs director for the South Georgia region. I just got back yesterday from a retreat in Macon. It was actually a training program for advocacy. We do a lot of working with our congressmen and advocating for Alzheimer's care and for research on the state level and on the national level. So that was something that we were working on yesterday all day. And as Letha said, we serve 35 counties in South Georgia. It used to be the Southwest Georgia region, but we go all the way over to Waycross.
Wow.
So from Waycross to Columbus and Thomasville and Valdosta and up to Cordele, all out of Tifton. So I'm really proud to be here in Tifton, but we are not a Tifton agency. We are Valdosta, Thomasville.
Based in Tifton, but
yes.
You also serve these surrounding counties.
And it's perfectly located in Tifton because we're in the middle. We're in the middle of the whole region, and we're on I-75, so we can get up and down to the different areas we serve, from Cordele to Valdosta and Lake Park, and on 82, get back and forth to Moultrie and Thomasville and Albany and over to Waycross, as I said. So on the road a lot. It's a good thing I like to drive, so I really like visiting the different regions. And I want to give us a big pat on the back. We've got, our goal was to have 900 advocates for Alzheimer's with our legislators, and we have that. We've exceeded that. I think we've got about 1,100, and it's because we're signing people up everywhere we go, whether we have walks in different towns and cities or at festivals. Please think about inviting the Alzheimer's Association to your town's festival. Or I went to one in Mitchell County in near Camilla, and Pelham, I think, is where we were, and we signed up 70 advocates right there, people who are interested in receiving emails about legislation that's going to improve things for people with Alzheimer's or elder abuse, watching out for elder abuse and getting more investigation going into that. So that's kind of one of the areas that we're involved in.
Well, you know, Bonnie, before I got involved with the Dancing Stars event that Miss Letha so graciously asked me
but I'm so thankful that she did, yes.
I did not realize how many people actually, just in our area, have Alzheimer's. You know, when I committed to raising money for the event and just asking different people for donations, you know, they would say, oh, my grandmother has that, or my mother has that, and you know, people that I see on a daily basis that I did not even realize that it was that close to home.
That they're dealing with it, and I didn't realize it either until it struck my mother. My mother started with it about seven or 8 years ago, and I really thought she had dodged the bullet because she was 89 or 90, and I thought she's not going to get it, but she did get it, and once she got it, I thought, well, she's going to be, she'll die in a year or two. Well, she's still not, she's 97 and going strong.
Wow.
So they keep on living, they keep on going and dealing with it.
There's a lot of them whose health is perfectly fine, but then
but
they
the
have
memory.
That's
And they are very, very special people. The people and in the beginning stages, they know something's happening to them.
Yeah, they do.
And it's something we need to talk about. It used to be that you didn't show it to your children, the grandchildren. You didn't want them to see it. You didn't talk about it.
Yeah, that's like when my mother was diagnosed with it. It was almost like a dirty word. You didn't want to tell anyone that your mother had Alzheimer's. And now people are coming out. They're realizing that it's not. It can't be helped. And at the time, I thought my mother was the only one that ever had it. You know, I knew she wasn't, but I didn't know anyone else that was experiencing that. But now we're educating people, educating the public, so they can be more aware. We can discuss it. There's things out there that they can do for people with Alzheimer's, but also for the caregivers. And let's find a cure. Let's get rid of this terrible disease because it's devastating.
It really is.
Some of the research goes toward the medications that actually do help with the symptoms. There are some Exelon and Aricept, different types of medications that help with the symptoms, so that we didn't have before.
So the medications are improving.
Yes.
They're improving. And there's studies that are showing us that they're so close. And it may not affect our lifespan, but hopefully it will our children or our grandchildren. So it's so close.
And the Alzheimer's Association is the third largest funder of research in the world. They're the top nonprofit funder of Alzheimer's research, but I was amazed to learn that they're the third largest. Number one is the National Institutes of Health, the United States government. Congratulations to them that they see it's something that they need to invest in for research. And the second is the nation of China.
Which I was surprised.
Yeah, China takes care of their elderly. They value their elderly, and it's a huge country. And Asian people are at greater risk even than other people of other cultures are at greater risk of developing Alzheimer's. So they're the second. And then the Alzheimer's Association is the third largest funder of Alzheimer's research. Rotary clubs do funding. Every event, every Rotary club meeting, they put change in a bucket, the cart bucket for Alzheimer's research. So Rotary clubs, the National Association of Retired Federal Employees are big supporters of Alzheimer's research. So there's a lot of funds coming in, but then also we've got the services going out. We've got a support group here in Tifton that meets the second Thursday of each month at the Leroy Rogers Senior Center at 4 o'clock on the second Thursday of each month. Come out there and find other like-minded people. You're allowed to sit there and just listen if you don't want to share and participate, but people talk about what they're currently going through sometimes with their loved ones, and we have a speaker every third month. We've got a speaker in the July meeting was about the caregiving, how to have different activities at home for the loved one.
Well, you know, that gives the caregivers an opportunity to sit and listen to other stories and realize that they are not alone in what they're going through. They have similar stories, or even they may have, you know, stories that are way worse than what they're going through at that time.
And to see the camaraderie, even afterwards, to see someone who's been there a little while go to someone who's new and put their arms around them and say, listen, you know, I know if there's anything I can do to help you, if it's just to be able to talk to them about it, it's really a great service to be provided.
When your mother or your grandmother starts doing things, and they've always been on top of their game, they've always understood things, and they start doing things that are bizarre and don't make sense, it helps to hear somebody else saying, oh, let me tell you what my mother did. She used stamps. Somebody told me one time she used stamps to tie back the curtains. She said, I need a new roll of stamps to tie back the curtains. And so when you hear things, sometimes it's sad, but it's like, wow, that's worse off than what I've seen.
Well, we're going to go to a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to talk more about the Alzheimer's Association and Alzheimer's. And the surrounding counties can also participate in the different activities and fundraisers that we have coming up. We'll be right back.
Summer is here, and it's time to spruce up your home. At Home on 12 has everything you need to make your home stunning and fresh. From coordinated bedding and monogram towels to unique home decorating items, you'll find a wide selection of beautiful pieces. If you want a new look but you're unsure of where to start, At Home on 12 offers interior design services as well. Their professional framing shop has a great selection of frames and mats for artwork, family photos, and more. Visit At Home on 12th at 1202 Highway 41 North in Tifton, online at athomeon12.com or by phone at 387-8888. Are you in the mood for some amazing food? Well, stop by the Smokehouse, home of the best ribs in the South on 82 in Tifton, and try their new barbecue buffet. The barbecue buffet features their signature smoked chicken, pulled pork, and their famous barbecue beans, all cooked over high-quality blackjack oak. The barbecue buffet is offered daily from 11:30 to 2 and from 5:30 to 8. On Friday and Saturday nights, try the buffet featuring Lake Okeechobee fresh catfish. The Smokehouse is home of certified Angus beef, and they're now in their 26th year. Let them cater your next party. Give them a call at 386-0606.
Oh, Adam, Leon, all the guys. We've known them all now 26 years. We've been coming up here that long, and we can't think of going anyplace else.
The price is right on the window and right on the money at Cook County Ford. Come on down.
Even prior to Kurt, Phil Grimsley, they were just good people, and I just think they're just excellent people to work with, and I don't know, I just like dealing with good friends.
Cook County Ford and Adel, baby.
Welcome back. We are talking to Bonnie Sayles and Miss Letha Hartley, and they have been talking a little bit about the Alzheimer's Association. Now, Miss Letha, we also have, you work at Maple Court.
In Cypress Pond.
Cypress Pond.
They're sister facilities, and really we're under the umbrella of Georgia Living. Georgia Living is our mother company, and it's in Statesboro, Georgia.
Now, this isn't a nursing home. These are assisted living places.
These are assisted livings or under personal care guidelines, yes.
And you've been with them for?
Forever.
Forever.
Long time. My joke is I'm going to go from working there to moving in.
That's right.
Yeah, but it's a great place to
Get it the way you want it before you
That's right. It's a great place. So I'm there most of the time anyway. I feel like I live there.
Yeah.
But they are great properties, and we have some great ones in Tifton and the surrounding counties. But I'm so honored to say that we're part of an extension that's we're adding on to Cypress Pond, a memory care unit, and it's going to be called Seasons. And we're so proud because it's one that is going to be state of the art, something that we haven't seen before. It's designed specifically for memory impairment by an architect and by people who have looked at the needs of Alzheimer's. And it's going to be small. It's not going to be a really large property, but we feel that this way we can have more hands-on.
Yeah.
And it's really going to be designed for our residents, enabling us to move them to our property instead of having to move them somewhere else where they don't know anyone. Mm-hmm. But in saying that, that doesn't mean that we won't take people that do have problems. You know, you can always call and see what's available, and we'd be glad to do a tour and give you information. As a matter of fact, we'll be glad to give you information, period. We have a lot of times people will just call us wanting to ask questions about Alzheimer's.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So this is a new wing that's going on.
It's a new addition. It's connected to Cypress Pond in the back of it, and hopefully we'll have open house sometime the middle of August.
And you have 11 units?
There's 11 units, 11 apartments. 2 are larger apartments, so you could have 2 people in those, and like a husband and wife or sisters. And so you could have possibly 13 residents, but that would be your max.
But it is built in mind with Alzheimer's and memory impaired.
Yes, definitely. And what is so neat about it, too, the way this construction, they love to walk. People with memory impairment love to just walk, and that's sometimes can be a problem because they can get out and wander. Mm-hmm. But we're going to have an outside area that they can walk in, and it's going to be beautifully landscaped. Part of it's going to go into a little bit of the woods, so they can just walk from one porch out and come into another porch and just at the same time walk around in the property.
Mm-hmm. That's great. Right here in Tifton.
Right here
That
in
is
Tifton.
so important because they really do. Sometimes they feel like they just have to go somewhere. My mother was a wanderer and a walker, and I'd get calls from people from church saying, your mother's walking down Fifth Avenue.
right, yeah.
So I'd run out there and find her, or somebody would bring her back. And this is one of the things that people need to realize, that when there's wandering involved, it may be more than what the caregiver can handle, and
That's
it's
right.
time to move them into a facility like what you're developing. And we can help through the Alzheimer's Association in letting you know that this is the appropriate thing to do, or when is it appropriate to do this. So
A lot
this
of
is something.
times families are in denial.
Yeah.
They don't want to think, well, my mother is this far along. And we see it so often. And I understand it.
You even made the statement that they've promised their mother that they wouldn't put them in a home.
Yeah, or a nursing
Exactly.
home,
Yeah.
which this is nothing like
Yeah.
that. Nothing like a nursing home. It is their home, and they will be loved and cared for and have their needs met.
There's going to be specialized training for
Yes.
the people that are staffing it, that they understand those with Alzheimer's or with memory impairment. They know how to treat them, and that's something my mother said to me one time too. She said, Bonnie, maybe I need to be with somebody who has more training than you do. And I was like, all right, Mom, you said it.
But you went through a training course.
We
right?
did. The Alzheimer's Association provides training, and we actually had 4 of our staff to go to Macon for 4 months. And it was an all-day thing. We would spend the night, and a lot of really intense, great training. And even though I've been doing this a long time, 14 years, there were things that, I came away thinking, oh my goodness, I didn't realize that. I'm so glad. So yes, and we will be having other staff that will also be taking part in this, which Bonnie probably will be teaching some of it.
Yeah, we have a program. I've been trained in presenting it, so now I'm one of those people with the training, Mom, and it's called Foundations of Dementia Care, and it's very intensive. We just did a program for nursing home staff here in Tifton last month, and we had people from Perry came to it, Douglas, but it was specifically a grant funded program, so it had to be just nursing home. But we're able to do this now in other nursing homes and in assisted living centers, and it's things like enhancing meal time and just interacting, making connections is an hour-long program on making connections with somebody with Alzheimer's, an hour or 2 on enhancing meal time, on understanding, reducing pain, understanding. The person who has Alzheimer's can't tell you.
They can't tell you these
they're
things,
in
so
pain.
how do you know?
So how do you recognize them? We have a video that they can watch, and the people, you can see when this lady's in pain and when she's not. How is she acting, and how do you have to move slower with her and get the medication that they need because they can't ask for it. So, this is the kind of training the Alzheimer's Association is providing. And Letha's got this symbol on her name tag there that she earned. She earned by going through.
It's a jewel. It's purple.
So I'm going to be presenting this training in Thomasville at one of the assisted living centers there in the next few months. And then I've also gotten calls from Moultrie and from here in Tifton. So this is, I'm very, very excited about getting all of our assisted living centers trained in caring for those with Alzheimer's.
When you care for someone with Alzheimer's, you really do need this special training. You do. And I'm just so proud to say that we're part of a company that does want all of our staff to be as educated as possible, to be able to provide the care that they deserve, they need, but also that they deserve.
Yeah, I agree.
And part of how you know that you need to have someone in an assisted living is if the caregiver is exhausted. If they are, it's just like I said, when it's become too much for the caregiver to handle at home. You love your loved one, your family member, but sometimes they can get better care in a facility, and you can visit them still. You be the good guy
Well,
that
you have
gets
to
to
sleep
visit.
at night sometime too.
Yes,
you know?
exactly.
And so if you're asleep and all of a sudden you get
24/7.
this call in the middle of the night that, hey, your loved one is walking up the street, or we have her at the police station, because they think maybe something else is wrong
And
with
I
her.
will tell you too, my husband went through it with his mother. And mine was maybe a little easier to deal with, and she had said previously, when something happens, do this. That makes it easier for families. But my mother-in-law wasn't that way. She was very committed to her home and didn't ever want to leave it. And so finally I had to tell my husband, Buck, that when you know something needs to be done and it's not done, then that's neglect and it's elder abuse.
Yeah.
And a lot of times families don't realize that neglect or something that they can't do. It's just not possible hardly for one person to take that on themselves.
Yeah.
So if you go and there's food in the refrigerator that's weeks or months old, they're not eating. I used to call my mother when she lived on her own and say, "What did you eat today?" And she said, "Oh, I forgot to eat today." So if they're not eating, they're not taking their medication on time, this is when they need a little extra help. And if the caregiver is working and can't give up their job to provide that care, the assisted living center or the nursing home that's been trained, they've got people coming in every 12 hours or every 8 hours as a fresh person who can provide the attention that that person needs.
Yeah. We're going to go to a quick break, and when we return, we're going to talk more about Alzheimer's and the Alzheimer's Association. We'll be right back.
Hey, going out like that?
Yeah, why?
Well, what would the neighbors think?
I see you! Come look at Mr. Feather! Look what I have. Mr. Bird, remember? Bark, bark, bark! We're just playing! We're just playing on trying to get you out of here!
Even still.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you. Here's your check.
Oh, you got it. You know, since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay. God, no.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early. You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Are you in the mood for some amazing food? Well, stop by the Smokehouse, home of the best ribs in the South on 82 in Tifton, and try their new barbecue buffet. The barbecue buffet features their signature smoked chicken, pulled pork, and their famous barbecue beans, all cooked over high-quality blackjack oak. The barbecue buffet is offered daily from 11:30 to 2 and from 5:30 to 8. On Friday and Saturday nights, try the buffet featuring Lake Okeechobee fresh catfish. The Smokehouse is home of certified Angus beef, and they're now in their 26th year. Let them cater your next party. Give them a call at 386-0606.
Welcome back to Tea Time. We've been talking to Miss Letha and Miss Bonnie, and they have been telling us a little bit about the Alzheimer's Association. Now we have an event that is coming up soon, Bonnie.
We've got the Walk to End Alzheimer's is coming up in September. We really want people to get involved with that. This is something where we can have, your business can have a team, your family can have a team, as an individual you can have a team, your club, whatever, and you sign up at www.georgiawalk.org, spell out Georgia, georgiawalk.org, and click on Tifton. Or if you're from Albany or Valdosta, they've got walks. Tifton is the first one in South Georgia on September 28th at ABAC. We have a lot of fun walking around the campus at ABAC. And we had just a really nice time last year. There was our first time, and we're doing it again, looking forward to doing that again. So this is a good time to do that. Other events coming up in August.
Yeah, we are having at Maple Corn Cypress Pond, we're going to be having, this will be our second event that we're having at First Baptist. It was a state dinner last year, and we raised funds. 100% of the funds went to the Alzheimer's Association. So we're going to be having that event. It will be August the 26th at First Baptist Church. We would love for you to come. Feel free to call us. We're selling tickets, and that's how the money goes to the Alzheimer's Association.
It was really well attended.
Yeah, it was great.
And we've put Letha on the board since then because she's doing such a good job as a fundraiser. And she has just this month been named our ambassador for Congressman Austin Scott's district. So she's keeping in touch, got a lot of things to do. A long conference call last year.
Thank you.
And we're going to have coffee and conversation with the congressman. They've already said yes, they want to do this in August during his break while he's here in the district. So we're going to have it probably in Tifton, but we may be Valdosta, but we're looking at Tifton to have a program. And so, yeah, Letha's doing a good job with keeping up with our legislative issues that way.
And before long, you'll be planning again for the dance.
Dance and stars, yes, yes. And you've got to be part of that, planning and helping us and all this wonderful experience that you have.
Oh, let me tell you one more thing, too, about what the research money. We get to see where that's going to. We have a Mayo scientist coming from the Mayo Clinic in Jacksonville to Tifton, to the new Tift Regional Medical Center Conference Community Center at the YMCA site on Carpenter Road on August 22nd, Thursday luncheon. So we'll be taking reservations soon for that. And that's Dr. Neil Graff Radford's going to be talking about the latest in Alzheimer's research for folks who want to attend that.
So we're so close.
Yes.
So close.
And here's our 1-800 number for any more information about that or just to find out more about Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
As you can see, we love to talk about it. So I'll talk to anybody on the phone.
It's close to home with both of you.
Yes, it is.
Very close.
But our number's 1-800-272-3900, and I'll talk with you on the phone about it. I'll send you brochures on behaviors or how to deal with some of these situations, how to know if it's a time to move into one of the assisted living centers that we've been talking about. So,
well, we appreciate y'all coming on the show with us and talking about what's very passionate to your heart.
Thank you so much. And thank you, Ginger, once again for what you did for us, because it was phenomenal. You and David and coming out and setting up. For those of you who did not come, you need to put on your calendar now, sometime next year.
Next May.
May, to come to Dancing Stars of South Georgia.
And
because
Ginger,
it's a wonderful event.
Ginger was our top fundraiser.
Yes,
she did a great job.
I worked hard.
She worked very hard.
I worked hard at fundraising and dancing. So
she did.
But it was fun. It was fun, and it was an honor. It was a challenge, but it was an honor as well.
Thank you. Yeah,
I appreciate you asking me.
Well, thank you. Anytime we put a lot into something, we usually get more out of it, don't we?
That's right. That's right. So,
yeah.
Well, we appreciate it again for y'all coming on the set. Anytime y'all want to come back and let us know what's going on, any fundraisers that you got going on, let us know. Now, Bonnie, you have a Facebook page as well, isn't there?
Yes, we do. Yes, I've got it says join us on Facebook. We, if you just search for Alzheimer's Association Georgia Chapter, you'll find it, and that'll let you know if things come. If you like the page, then it'll show up in your timeline feed, actually your news feed. I'm still getting the term. They keep changing things on Facebook. But anyway, I love doing Facebook, and the walk will have a page on there too.
Okay.
So.
All right, I know that Dancing Stars had a page on there as well. So.
Yes, you can still visit that one and see the pictures.
Well, thank you. And Miss Letha will have to come out to Maple Court when...
We would love
Cypress Pond, I'm sorry.
Cypress Pond. It'll be Seasons at Cypress Pond. So when we open, we have a grand opening, we'll invite you to come out for that.
Okay, well, I appreciate it. And we'll see you next time on Plant TIFNet's Wiregrass Channel 3.
Are you in the mood for some amazing food? Well, stop by the Smokehouse, home of the best ribs in the South on 82 in Tifton, and try their new barbecue buffet. The barbecue buffet features their signature smoked chicken, pulled pork, and their famous barbecue beans, all cooked over high-quality blackjack oak. The barbecue buffet is offered daily from 11:30 to 2 and from 5:30 to 8. On Friday and Saturday nights, try the buffet featuring Lake Okeechobee fresh catfish. The Smokehouse is home of certified Angus beef, and they're now in their 26th year. Let them cater your next party. Give them a call at 386-0606. Summer is here, and it's time to spruce up your home. At Home on 12 has everything you need to make your home stunning and fresh. From coordinated bedding and monogram towels to unique home decorating items, you'll find a wide selection of beautiful pieces. If you want a new look but you're unsure of where to start, At Home on 12 offers interior design services as well. Their professional framing shop has a great selection of frames and mats for artwork, family photos, and more. Visit At Home on 12 at 1202 Highway 41 North in Tifton, online at HomeOn12.com, or by phone at 387-8888.